Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NFL Pregame Sunday, sponsored by Us Three Podcasts and more. Yeah.
And more.
For me, but I am Will. I got Dom and Josh here. We might have an appearance from Jacob. He's alive. We might have maybe a live appearance from the parking lot of MetLife Stadium from Colton. Maybe we'll see when that time comes. But exciting Sunday. We weren't live last week. Everyone kind of, I had work the Jet game last week. Josh had to work another show.
I did work.
And Colton attended a wedding. Jacob, I don't know what Jacob was on. And then Dom was the only one that was going to be on for the show. So
Dom could have soloed it. He could have just read this.
It would have been 25 minutes long at the most. There's no way you can solo an hour worth of just talking.
Yeah, probably not. It would have been real difficult.
I did have stuff prepared though. I was all prepared. I really thought Josh was coming on. Like, I didn't know Josh had work. And I got up 2 hours prior, like Will does. And I took my shower. I ate breakfast. I prepared for like 45 minutes.
I forgot Will had the international game, to be honest with you. So whenever you texted me, I think that morning, and you're like, hey, you coming on? I was like, no, I'm working. I thought Will was on. And you're like, no, Will's working. I was like, oh, that's this week. Yep. Yep.
As Mike said, he just made an incredible catch. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. And this is NFL Sunday Pregame. It's not every time. It's not every time.
Every time.
It's not every
You were the guy. Jets are on the clock. The Jets are on the clock. I repeat, the Jets are on the clock.
What are they? What?
Who the fuck is that? Who is that?
No, this guy had the Jets.
I picked the Jets to win.
For no what reason.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what you were saying. They're bad.
You know how to make it. Who is it, Jake?
Smith.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in to NFL Sunday Pregame. Let's bring the electricity. Let's bring everything out right now because this is an exciting week, one of the last weeks in London. And, well, after a week off, we are back, and I think we're ready to go. We're gonna have a great week here, boys. Right?
It's still one of the best freaking intros I've ever seen.
There's never anyone could debate what intro is better, but this is always gonna win. Okay, I'm sorry. I made that within 2 hours. Greatest 2 hours of me working on something.
Can you see me whenever you're playing that, by the way? I meant to ask
I can.
Yeah,
I could see you on the bottom. So, we're just all jamming out essentially.
And then when Dom goes,
I
play all of his facial expressions. I go because he does every facial
going
expression
off right now. They're going to be inside the red zone very shortly. But Tua just launched a cheat code. Just did a cheat code to Smythe. I believe that who it is, number 81.
With his left arm. You're funny. That's not happening.
Oh, no. No, Tua was on the side. That was Jacoby Brissett with the rocket.
Josh knew.
Yep.
Josh knew.
Ain't no way Tua's throwing at 40 yards.
Well, they're on the 25-yard line. I think we could probably talk something here. So let's kind of – wow, I'm so unorganized today. I didn't even type any banners up. But let's talk about just the injury reserves today. Seattle Seahawks are without Russell Wilson and Chris Carson, both on IR. So Geno Smith is making his first start in 4 years. The last start he had was in Oakland for the Giants, who ended up costing a bunch of people their jobs for New York. Your guys' thoughts on just, Seahawks? What are the ideas here? I mean, bad defense. Could the offense maybe keep them alive in the playoff hunt?
Okay.
Horrible defense, Will. It's not just bad. Their defense is horrendous, in my opinion. I think their offensive line is still not decent. So I think that Geno Smith isn't a bad quarterback. He's probably one of the better backup quarterbacks for sure. But I have Russell Wilson in fantasy, so I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So Russell Wilson out for a couple weeks. hurts me quite a bit. I'm pretty sure you already got Geno in our league. So, yeah, I just don't like it.
I have Geno in our league. I'm starting Geno in our league this week because I'm locked with quarterbacks at the moment. So, can we agree? So, at least in short term, this week, Seattle plays Pittsburgh. If Russell Wilson was starting, it would be a pretty much lock for Seattle to win the game, right?
I agree.
So
I think it would be a closer game, but
yeah, I think Seattle wins that. And then, I mean, now if you look at the odds, they're still reasonably close. Pittsburgh has a little bit of an advantage. I don't know. I don't think Geno Smith is the worst. He had a good performance after Russell went down with no preparation that week. I think it's possible. I think it's going to be a good game, to be honest. I think it evens out the game a little bit more, but yeah.
I mean, if Geno Smith could do what he did versus the Rams, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before, I mean, he looked his best. I got to say, he's looked his best game since 2014 versus Miami, where he had a perfect QBR and he threw, I believe, 3 touchdown passes and over 300 yards. It completed like 80-something% completion percentage.
He has had, 10 days to prepare?
10 days to prepare. And I mean, the Steelers
days, yeah.
defense isn't much better. I mean, Steelers defense is, it's good.
It should
but
be
it's
good.
not. It's not.
They should be really good. I feel like though.
It's not like you think of Pittsburgh and you see good defense. Like that's what you think about. Like it's not kind of like that kind of defense yet. I mean, they're still dealing with injuries all over the place. I mean, they did lose a couple guys very early, and they're still kind of returning into form as well. But CMC put on injured reserve, so he's out for another 3 games, which is not a good look. Because the Panthers are really struggling, and you could tell that CMC is a really big deal with that offense, and Darnold can't really hold it himself to go through. So,
I watched someone bring up a good point yesterday. They talked about how many reps he gets after. So he had that real great season, right? The one where he arguably should have won like offensive player, right?
Mm-hmm.
The record-breaking season, actually. No? Where he was like one of 3 running backs to do whatever they did. Rushing, passing,
rushing, receiving.
Yeah. And so he had that like workhorse of a year, right? And then the next season comes and they still have him with as many reps, right? He gets injured. Okay. And then week 1 this year, he has like 30 carries and whatever. So I mean, the amount of reps they give him, it's a decent amount. He's still like a workhorse when he's on the field this season and last season. So that's kind of rough. The coaching team expects so much out of him after injuries and stuff. And here we are, he's injured again. And I think coaching staff may be a little bit to blame. So that was an interesting point.
This could be the main reason I think that Jacob's not here today. I think he could have lied in his text because he was expecting Christian McCaffrey to be back, and he was very, very upset yesterday whenever he realized that he was out another 3 weeks, and he had to pick up Chuba Hubbard again because he dropped him. He dropped him to free agency thinking that Christian McCaffrey was coming back, and nope, he's got to pick him back up again.
That's a back you cannot drop. It's like Alexander Madison. Once you pick him up, you're forced to have him the rest of the year because you don't know what's going to happen with Dalvin Cook.
Very true. So, yeah, Jacob was not very happy with it. I do think that what Dom said kind of on coaches, maybe a little bit on this one.
It's an interesting point. I didn't think of that,
Definitely.
So.
Also, let's see. Rodrigo Blankenship, the Colts kicker, hurt his hip Monday Night Football, shanking that kick. He was placed on IR. Colts pick up another kicker. Tua's active right now in the game that we'll be coming to just a moment. Also, Daniel Jones cleared to play versus the Rams today, which is a major mistake for the New York Football
That's
Giants.
fake news, right? Fake news?
No, he's playing.
Nope. According to NFL.com, he is elevated to
I know
start.
it's real. I don't want it to be because Aaron Donald poking him and he's fucking he's getting a concussion if he gets poked. So yeah.
Well, let's go into the game here. We're gonna go live look here with audio and all that stuff. Let me set this all up. Okay. Very immature, but
It's 3rd and goal.
This is a crucial third down play for
3rd
Tua.
and goal from the 15. Oh, screen. No.
That was a disappointment.
Where's Jacoby? That's a bad pull up, Will.
That was bad.
You pulled up from half court, and it did not turn out well.
I will say, Will's a little bit behind. They make the field goal.
Dom says, "Spoiler alert! It's not all bad news."
We don't need to watch it. I'm going to tell you, they do make it.
He could have told me, "Oh, don't, nope, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it."
I should have said he doesn't make it. Make Will put it on so we can watch him miss, and then he makes it. That would have been funny.
Yep. Oh darn, my news source was wrong.
I gotta get this back up, but let's go talk about Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz traded. Jay Glazer comes out on before the Thursday Night Football in the pregame and says either Zach Ertz or Dallas Goedert will be traded. And obviously Dallas Goedert would not be traded because the Eagles would be the stupidest organization of all time if they trade away such a youthful tight end with so much more upside than Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz goes to bed with 2-3, I believe, on the board, 2-4, and he wakes up undefeated on Friday morning. There we go. Uh-oh. We got Colton live from MetLife. Here he is.
What up, my people? Just wanted to stop by. Wish Josh a really exciting Sunday of football live from MetLife, Josh. I know you're excited for football Sunday here, Josh. Boomer Sooner, though, buddy.
That's my boy, Colton. See that?
Come on, Josh. Come on.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. You go cheer on whoever you're cheering for this game, okay?
Yo, dude, if it's not the
just make sure it's a better team.
I'm going for the Giants today, dude. I'm just going for a good game. I'm excited as heck to see the Rams, though. Not going to lie to you. I think it's going to be really bad for your G-Man today, Poppy. Not going to lie to you.
But Daniel Jones is back. What's the chance he gets another concussion?
Danny Dimes is back, yes. Hey, Tony, though. Might see a sucker punch.
Oh, he's throwing on Jalen Ramsey. I'm calling it now.
Right out of the gate. Go at Ramsey, get your both of you tossed. And that's a win.
It's a dub. It's a dub for me.
All right, boys. I don't want to halter. I just want to stop in, show my respects. I'm not going to be that guy and not show up. Will, I expect a highlight reel of myself. You see my attire, wearing a black hoodie, corner of the end zone. If there's any touchdowns, I'll let you know. I want a highlight of myself. Come on, hook me up.
All right, I already got the headline. Confused Steelers fan appears at Giants game.
And gets punched by Kadarius Toney.
Yo, you're lucky I don't have I think my service is bad, so I'm very sorry, boys. You're lucky I don't have my Steelers hoodie. I'm not a guy to wear Steelers jersey, though, at other contests. I'm not that guy. Like, there's a guy over here in Istanbul over here wearing a freaking Vikings jersey. I don't think my camera's going to turn up. It's going to turn off. There's a guy over there in that direction wearing a Vikings jersey. Don't be that guy, folks. Don't be that guy, and I'm not that guy. But boys, enjoy the show. I'll definitely be watching it later.
Thank you, Colin.
Love that. That was fantastic.
Zach Ertz now 5-0. Who else could we see be traded before the trade deadline? It's November 2nd. It's later. It's really later than what we're used to. I believe it's not till week 9, so we got quite some time between now and November 2nd. Who do we see get traded?
You want me to call out a trade right now?
You know what? I'll start off. I'll let you guys think. I think the Jets end up trading away Marcus May. He's dealing with another ankle injury. He had a DUI that went unknown. Trade him to a contender, get like a 4th-round pick. Maybe if you're lucky, a 3rd, but, he's playing on the franchise tender, so he's not, it's only a 1-year deal. See what you could get for a safety that, everyone thought, oh, hey, Jamal Adams is there. He's the best safety. Marcus May is just a smokescreen. Marcus May had a very good season last year. I believe he ended up with 5 interceptions. Now he's away. He's gone. Why not trade him away? Because the season's already lost right now for the Jets.
The only team that I can think of is the Kansas City Chiefs for some reason doing a trade. But the running backs are not good, so maybe it'll be for running back because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out a couple weeks. Got Darrell Williams and Jerick McKinnon behind, so maybe they trade one of them, get a different position, hopefully. That's my only input, though, here.
I could I could see the Titans trying to do something. I could see them. They're not having the season they expected to have whatsoever. I could see the Titans either trading to get something or trading something away. I could just see there being a trade for the Titans. There's that season's not what they wanted it to be. And I don't know, maybe the Colts, maybe too. That whole division's a little bit that whole division might be able to trade. I don't know. I can't think of any players off the top of my head that I think could just be traded. I'll tell you what though. Cardinals ain't trading Chandler Jones, that's for sure. Not right now. That's not happening this season.
Please, for the love of God, don't trade Chandler Jones.
They're lucky they made that decision not to do it.
They are very lucky that they did not make that decision. But there's so much news to talk about too. But let's kind of talk into this. So the Pro Football president, David Baker, retires after 8 years on being the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You got to see him a couple times go into the NFL 100th anniversary, introducing a bunch of coaches, historic players like Michael Strahan. No, Michael Strahan was already in it, but Bill Cowher and a bunch of other people too.
Is he the guy?
He's a huge guy. He's like 6'7". This guy's like
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he's massive. That's the only reason
massive.
I know.
He's huge. He's like 6'7", 6'8".
He's not the guy that goes out and like surprises the.
He's the guy that knocks on the door at the people in the hotel rooms.
Yeah, that guy. That guy's awesome. Yeah. He went out. Who was that? Cowboys coach, right? What's his name? On set, he like went and like delivered like.
Jason Garrett.
No. Why would Jason Garrett be in the Hall of Fame, Josh?
I don't know. You said Cowboys coach.
Yeah, in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
That like really emotional moment. That's what comes to my mind first.
And also Bill Cowher too. He got to surprise him on set.
Here's that. Surprising Bill Cowher.
Thank you,
it's
Josh.
Huge. I would love to I would love to meet that guy.
So is he not going to be doing it anymore? Because I feel like
he's not going to be doing it anymore. He says he's going back to California, where he's just going to be, chilling back in his house, returning home.
I could see that being fair. Time in Ohio instead of California.
It's Ohio. I understand.
Yeah.
Do you know how tall this guy is, Will?
He's at least 6'8". Right? He's at least 6'8".
He's literally 6'9", almost 400 pounds.
Dude's massive.
Put him in the league, Goodell. Oh my God.
LeBron's finished. Okay, LeBum is finished. He ain't getting past
Aaron Donald ain't getting past David Baker. My money's on David Baker in that matchup. Head to head, give them both helmet and pads. David Baker's winning.
Also, the creator of the Mr. Irrelevant pick, he made the last pick in the NFL draft feel so welcomed. Trips, basically a week of congratulating him being the last guy picked in the NFL. Every single year, he would take these people out to, I believe he would bring them to Disneyland. He would have parades. He would make the week about that guy with the last pick because no one cares about the guy. His name is Paul Salata, and he passed away on Saturday at age 94.
That's sad. Oh, my gosh. Good
94. So he would make a custom jersey. He would bring it onto the set of the draft, and it would just be number 256, and then the title tag on the back would just be Mr. Irrelevant.
That's awesome. What a guy.
Did you know he was a football player?
What?
Did he know he's a football player?
Did he know?
Did you know?
Did we know? No, I did not know. I would assume so because, he probably, was one of the last picks, so he wanted to make it feel special about that person.
Wow. Okay, so he was a wide receiver in the NFL. He played college football at USC. He played for the 49ers for a year, the Colts for a year. The Colts then folded in 1950, so he was drafted in 1949.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he was drafted in the 10th round of the 51 NFL draft by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yeah, then he played 3 seasons in Canada.
17 rounds.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, this guy's a badass.
He is a very big badass.
50 receptions, 618 yards, and 4 tutties. Come on. Give him the Hall of Fame.
But let's talk about, the injury roundup. Let's start out with the Cardinals, who are playing at 4:05 today in Cleveland. Cliff Kingsbury, quarterback coach Cam Turner, and defensive lineman Zach Allen all tested positive for COVID and are out for the game. Vance Joseph, we need that ESPN guy on the sideline to tell us how much he's having the time of his life. And assistant coach will split the Cardinals' head coaching duties. Special team coordinator Jeff Rogers. As we mentioned earlier, Tua Tagovailoa was activated off injured reserve, which is a big need for the Dolphins to get back on track. Colts activated T.Y. Hilton off of IR and elevated Michael Badgley to be the kicker for the Colts, while Blankenship is on injured reserve. The Panthers are signing historic NBA. Well, no correlation to NBA Hall of Famer Michael Jordan, but he is going to be active today for the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go, Michael Jordan.
Jerry Jeudy is on the 21-day activation period for IR, so you can expect him to return anywhere within the next 3 weeks. But today he is not. Laramie Tunsil sent on IR. But here's the big list of players. So obviously Xavier Howard, Devontae Parker, Saquon Barkley, Kenny Golladay, Curtis Samuel, Deshaun Watson. I don't know why he's mentioned every single week. Ronnie Stanley, Sammy Watkins, Nick Chubb, Rodney Hudson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Russell Wilson, and Chris Carson all out as of right now. Mike Williams, questionable with a knee injury, is expected to play, bearing a pregame setback. Players expected to play: Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, Zeke, D-Hop, and DK Metcalf. Scary Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, both listed as questionable, are expected to play today. Tyreek Hill, same thing, dealing with a knee injury, quad injury. Lions running backs Jamal Williams and TJ Hawkinson, both listed as questionable and are expected to play. Wow, so much. Damian Harrison expected to play for the Patriots today. And that goes out the injury roundup, which
real quick. Do you guys know the Toys R Us Christmas big book that they usually put out every year? Did you guys ever get those as a kid?
No.
Anyways,
I would get okay.
Toys R Us makes this real thick book of just full of toys, and I'd open
so
it.
It's
pages,
like
pages, and pages.
People used to get in the 60s. It's like a dictionary, 400, 600 pages worth of stuff.
Just full of toys and stuff it's really a catalog that you'd circle and stuff and say what you want for Christmas. That's literally my feeling every time Will reads the injury roundup. It's just this long list. I don't even remember a name he said, if I'm being honest with you, of just a book of just toys. Except this is not toys. These are people that are getting injured and ruining their career. So, yeah.
I just listen when he says my fantasy team's players.
Yeah, literally same. Russell Wilson, still out. Dang it. Here we go. Joe Burrow starting. He said that's solid for me because
he's Patriots players. He said Damian Harris. I caught that one.
I caught that one.
I hate you guys so much.
Why? I like this segment because I know. I didn't know Tyreek Hill had a quad injury.
I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday. You think I'm gonna remember 27?
I don't even remember what I did yesterday. Okay, it was all a blur. Well, let's move into one of our favorite segments, buy, selling, and holding. Essentially, we all have the same amount of players and team stonks. Okay, I gotta fix stocks down there, but we all have the same amount every single week. We just end up getting the same amount because we don't follow it. At some point, I guess I'll be following, units and stuff we'll be selling off. But buying this week, who are we buying into, player and team wise?
Well, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay. Is this? No.
You're kind of frozen, but
I'm trying to get this thing to load real quick. Sorry. Someone else want to go?
You know what? I'm just going to end up buying all the Bills stocks, okay? Bills offense, Bills defense, Bills in general. I want to get a stake of the ownership there. I think they are Super Bowl favorites for the AFC. I seriously think they are. And they put Kansas City on they decimated them last Sunday. I don't know who's going to be stopping the Bills, honestly. I don't know who will be stopping the Bills. Steelers game week 1, fluke week. But I don't know who's going to be stopping the Bills. So that's who I'm buying into this week.
I'll go ahead and buy the Cleveland Browns because I do think that they're going to give the Cardinals their first loss this week and maybe turn things around for them this season. I do think that Odell is still hurting them, in my opinion. I think when Jarvis Landry comes back, that offense is better. He is back now?
I think he should be back.
I bet. Landry? So if he's back, Browns should be rolling in this game for sure.
Confirmation on that really quick.
Go get confirmation. Inside scoop.
I'll tell you right now. 1 sec.
Oh no, he's still on IR.
I was about to say because I thought I saw him yesterday that he wasn't in.
Yeah, he wasn't activated, but he's in that 21 game window. Well, 21 day window of being activated.
But yeah, I don't think it's far fetched that Cleveland wins this game today and beats the only undefeated team remaining. So I don't get many chances to wear an undefeated jersey, so that's why I had to wear it today. All my other jerseys are Giants.
And also, Cleveland could be also 5-0 as well. They got, Baker throwing a stupid late interception week 1, plus the whole bamboozlement of that game last week with the Chargers.
Bamboozlement is right.
Which probably was one of the best games we'll see this year. For sure. Dom, who are you buying into for this week?
I tell you what, this is a rough week. The games are close. All of them, pretty much. But I'll buy into the Bengals this week. That's something I've never done. I've never really given Joe Burrow and that team much of a chance. And I think it's time that I show them some respect, and I'll buy into them. They're facing the Lions. It's an easier matchup. They're a team that's, 4-1 now? Right? And, I'm
3-2, the Bengals are. But they could also be another team that could be 5-0 as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to hold. Who are we holding off on? We got to see a little bit more of before we can make a proper.
I want to be honest. I hate to say Dom's same exact team, so I'm not going to. I was going to go Bengals for this. But I think I'm going to go Cardinals just because I do think some stuff needs to still be figured out for the Cardinals. I don't think their record shows that they're just this great team. I think they still lose probably 4 or 5 games this year. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. They could fall apart like the Pittsburgh Steelers after 10 games, 11 games won. Just be a little earlier in the season than they did last year. So I don't think the Cardinals are a crazy good team. I think they still have a lot of stuff to build on. But I think they're still a solid team. So I'll hold on them.
Holding. There's a lot of teams. You know what? I'm gonna pick one of the teams they're playing right now. I'm gonna hold off on the Dolphins. I want to see what Tua can do because, the big question mark is Tua the guy? Deshaun Watson to Miami's now kind of like it's been heating up the last couple weeks. Did the Dolphins make a mistake taking Tua at number 5 and Herbert was taken at number 6? And clearly, Herbert was probably the best choice in that 2020 draft thus far.
Obviously.
So I'm going to hold off on the Dolphins. I want to see what happens with the quarterback situation. Plus, believe they have a bye week coming up, but I don't believe it's next week. I want to say it's later on in the season.
I'm going to hold on to the Colts. They had the Dolphins game, right? They got back on track. They won that game. Last week, they very well could have won that game if that call was not what it was, right? Whether we think it was right or wasn't right, it was that close that they really could have won that game based on that much of a difference. And this week they're against the Texans, so that's why I'm holding them. I want to see them win against the Texans, stay on track, and get some traction to success this season.
Another good hold I feel like we should mention is the Chiefs, just because I feel like after their schedule so far has been a little rough, I believe. They've played some really good teams, right? But today they play Washington, and I think that if they can get a dominant win and maybe show that their defense is half decent even, doesn't even have to be good, I feel like. Show that their defense is something, because the last few weeks have not been. If they can just show their defense is half good and their offense can roll over Washington's defense, I think they can still do something this season. But I think a 2-3 record really scares a lot of people. So I don't know how that team looks.
I don't know. I would say another hold would be the Ravens as well, just because they've had good games, right? And they've had games, and this week they're against the Chargers. That's a test. So I think yeah, we saw Lamar have a great week last week against the Colts, which that's not the most impressive. I think if they really show up against the Chargers and at least make it a very close competitive game against the Chargers, I think there's someone to look that I might actually give a chance to in the future. So
selling, what are we just selling off because we're so fed up with them?
You know who I'm so fed up with, Will? I'm
Me.
so fed up with the Seahawks defense. Okay. With Russell Wilson out 3 weeks, that defense is not holding up anything. I don't know if Geno Smith can. That's a hard sell for me. Your starting quarterback, who I believe could be top 5 in the league easy when he plays and is healthy, which he has been his entire career, so screw me in fantasy, I guess. Anyways, their defense is horrendous, like I said before, so it's an easy sell for me, I think. He's out 3 weeks. It's probably going to go 1-2. I don't know what their schedule is, but yeah, hard sell.
I don't know if I sold them the past 2 weeks. I might have. I'm selling the Broncos because I'm fed up with anyone thinking that they're successful
I will match
whatsoever.
Dom with that one. I hate the Broncos so much. I cannot stand Denver anymore. I really don't.
100%.
Dom said ante up with the Broncos.
Yeah, they're 3-2, and those 3 wins were the first 3 weeks against 3 bottom 3 teams in the league, and they let the Steelers gain traction against them. Then they got decimated by the Ravens. It's just not,
they got their brakes blown off by the Ravens.
They might let the Raiders, despite having the week that the Raiders are having and having no head coach at the moment and blah, 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 they might let them roll over them. Up a division rival. So,
I mean, I might have to sell off some Raider stock too because, the whole situation with John Gruden and company. I don't know. Oh, my God, there was a bomb now. Nope. I'm probably still
There's a bomb in London. Will, breaking news, bomb in London?
No, Tua threw a bomb, 40 yards.
Oh, Tua has a bomb on him.
Nice.
Fucked up. I don't say that.
I'm posting on Instagram right now.
I'm gonna sell off on the Raiders. I need to see what happens with this whole situation because now you're out a head coach, sign him 10 years. Well, I'm selling off on him.
Okay.
I'm selling off on the Raiders. I need to see what happens because it's just a disaster right now for the Raiders and company because you have a coach who goes a certain way and now he's gone. Now he's
not going
with
that
a new
way.
Guy.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, sure. Okay, let's go into betting, guys. Who are we betting on? Well, let's go into fantasy football stardom sit-ems. Who are we starting this week? Because I forgot to mention that in my little chart here. But who are we starting for a guaranteed good spot this week?
So I'm gonna be honest. I've been really battling myself on the decision all week, and it's a tough one. I've been deciding it's literally been the entire week since last Sunday. I've gone back and forth between Aaron Rodgers and Taylor Heinicke. All right. Hear me out. Aaron Rodgers is almost a guaranteed start every week, right? That's how do you not start Aaron Rodgers? Okay. Aaron Rodgers is going against Chicago, who's 4th ranked against quarterbacks in fantasy. Okay. Right. Now it's just Chicago. I shouldn't be too threatened. And it is just Aaron Rodgers. But Taylor Heinicke's going up against Kansas City's defense. And they're 31st ranked against quarterbacks. Taylor Heinicke's had reasonably good weeks. Aaron Rodgers and Taylor Heinicke almost every week have matched points. It's tough. It's a really tough decision for me. So I don't know. I've gone back and forth. Like I said, I don't know who I'm going to start yet. I'm right now. I have Taylor Heinicke in, but I don't know. I really don't. I've done immense research. I've went and looked at Aaron Rodgers' fantasy games against Chicago in the past 3 years. I really am just dumbfounded by this stupid decision.
I got 2 starts I'm going to do. I got screwed in one league because, I didn't know Nick Chubb was hurt, and then Nick Chubb was ruled out, so I left Fournette on the bench. And I'm still screwed because Clyde Edwards-Helaire, IR. Logan Thomas, IR. So in one league, I am starting Khalil Herbert, the now running back of the Chicago Bears.
I was about to
That's
say,
not
of
the play I
who?
want to do. But another one, too, who was available for a stupid amount of time, Emmanuel Sanders I picked up this week to
Wow.
play in the flex. And he's playing the 32nd ranked defense, secondary of the Tennessee Titans. And he's honestly putting up better numbers right now than Stephon Diggs. So why not? Why not pick him?
Tell you what, you want to sit him, you sit Ryan Tannehill. You sit his ass right down because that ain't happening. He's hardly had a season this season, and it's not.
He hasn't really had any targets this season, too.
It's true, but
Well, what I hate too is that I feel like after getting Julio, he definitely rose up in the draft and fantasy, and just everybody expects him to be this crazy guy. But they're still a run-heavy offense. Like that's still who they are. So I feel like that was kind of misleading in some ways. Whenever they got Julio.
It doesn't help that they had AJ Brown and Julio for like 1 week this season. So
yeah.
And AJ Brown's a guy that, am I sitting? Yeah, I'm sitting him. It's against Buffalo. I mean, that whole offense, other than maybe Derrick Henry, you have to sit. I think. I mean,
sitting.
Sorry.
I have to go through who I'm sitting because I'm just kind of like so fed up with like everyone on my teams. Even though I'm over 500, I'm so fed up with them.
Damn.
God.
Well, one of my starters.
So do I do this? Okay. Do I start D-Hop versus Cleveland, or do I start Chase Claypool, who's obviously going to be the number one receiver right now in Pittsburgh versus Seattle? And Seattle's
Deontay Johnson. I feel like Deontay Johnson could surprise some people. I have Deontay Johnson. He's been pretty decent.
I think Claypool has a good game though. I think Claypool has like an explosive game.
Thinking. I wanna pull that trigger on there.
I think the chances of him having a better game are more likely.
Yeah, that's fair.
We got a chat here. Good morning, boys. Good morning.
It's my aunt. Hello, Marianne.
Hello, Aunt Marianne Mercadante Vasilo. Nice of you to join us.
I will say, I am starting Jacoby Myers this week. That's a risky one. I've mentioned him
Trevon Diggs picking him off 3 times, and it's all going to be Jacoby Meyer targets.
I've picked him recently, and it's against Dallas's defense, which hasn't been the best. I mean, wait, what was our verdict this past week on the podcast? On me and Josh's To the House podcast. What was the verdict? Was Trevon Diggs a good corner or no?
After Jacob's 38 minutes of encyclopedia digging.
That's right. He researched.
He had one website that he couldn't find. He had to, go 100 pages deep into a Google search. I think he found that he let up like 60 something yards on coverage or something, and he's on pace to let up like 400 or 500 yards.
So he's good.
But the verdict was Deadspin's a terrible source for
that Deadspin. Will thinks is on Spin Cycle and no bueno. So
what misinformation on the internet about the guy? Jeez.
Yeah. If you guys haven't listened to that podcast, by the way, that is probably one of the more entertaining podcasts I think we've ever done. So definitely go listen to that, watch that, whatever.
I will ask you guys this: does Stephon Diggs break out today against the 32nd ranked defense?
Tomorrow.
What are the odds?
Okay.
What are the odds a great receiver
tomorrow
busts out against the 32nd ranked defense?
I mean, I do like the Tennessee front seven, so I think they're not going to be able to get the run game going. But they've been able to run the ball a lot, and that's not like a Buffalo Bills thing. They usually cannot use their running backs at all for some reason. So I think they're going to be stopped in the run game, but I think Josh Allen's obviously going to pass, 350, couple tutties, maybe
Josh Allen's going to have a good game. Stephon Diggs this season only has 1 touchdown. He has only 2 weeks where he's had above 15 points in fantasy. That's a guy you look to carry a team a little bit, and he hasn't done it this season. I'm wondering if this is the week. So
I've had this wide receiver on my bench for my entire fantasy now going into week 6, and that's Michael Pittman Jr. with the Colts. He kind of went off last week, I feel like. He had 16 points, 17 points maybe. He got 7 targets, 89 yards, and a touchdown for the first time this season. I feel like everybody was kind of just waiting for that. But, I mean, he's apparently wide receiver 14 in fantasy, so I don't know why I'm not starting him, to be honest. Maybe my wide receiver's a bummer, just better. I don't know. So, yeah, start Michael Pittman if you got him. Then you got him.
Start anyone in the Colts offense, to be honest. Playing Playing a bad team. Let's also get this banner on the bottom here. I don't know why that wasn't on the entire show. But let's look at the betting here. Dom, I know you're the only one here that can bet. Do you have any bets set up today, or are you going to continue your 0-20 streak that you've been on?
My 1-16 streak. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, what was the one
Okay,
that
I'm
you
sorry,
won?
Jacksonville. Okay, are you going to continue your streak?
I don't know. I feel like I don't have anything going in the betting department, but there's a lot of good odds this week for teams. I mean, teams you think that could easily win.
You should build a parlay, Dom. Build a parlay right now, please.
Okay.
It was that easy.
I did bet on Jacksonville. They are in a parlay, and they're only down by 10 points, so it's still possible. Who knows? Washington football
He's going to
team,
lose his parlay first game, 9 a.m. because it's a London game.
I have more than one parlay. Don't worry. We got chances here. If you're feeling risky, Washington football team's a possible one. They're plus 230 right now, money line. I mean, that's one I might be willing to take against Kansas City. You don't want the Giants game, I'll tell you that much. I don't think Chicago's going to do it against Green Bay, so that's not one you want to bet on. The Chargers, they're plus odds. They have Baltimore favored in that game. That is one you take.
I'm going Chargers. Take that.
1,000,000,000%.
Yep.
Right? You parlay that with something else that's stupid right now, like maybe Carolina over Vikings. Vikings are favored. That's an easy one. Arizona, maybe you want that one because Cleveland's favored. I mean, there's games. Seattle.
Well, Seattle's losing.
The Broncos are favored against the Raiders. I mean, there's games this week, dude. You can easily build a parlay this week with plus odd teams. I mean, I put the Chargers in different parlays because I just don't see Baltimore doing it. So there's definitely bets this week if you want to make them. Other than that, I'm not even gonna. I'm not in the position to give advice on what a bet should be, what my bets are. I haven't hit very many bets recently, so I'm on a cold streak. When I'm on a hot streak, usually Colton's here to carry that segment because I'm just in the dumps right now. But maybe this week I get back on track.
Also, new update about the John Gruden thing. He resigned without a settlement, so now he's going to be getting paid $40 million over the next 5 years from the Raiders, which is a lot.
Insane.
Which kind of rounds out into our last segment, the locked and upset picks. We'll be locking in today for our guaranteed W. You know what? I'm going to start out first. I am locking in the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are going to win on Sunday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Geno Smith's going to have a game to remember, okay? I am locking in the Seattle Seahawks today.
Okay.
That's a bad lock. I don't like that.
Okay, come on. Who are you locking in, huh?
I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm not locking the Seahawks. I'm going to be honest. I think I might lock. No, I don't want to pick low hanger fruit like Colton always says. You know what? I'm gonna lock Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, that should be an easy lock, I think. But people might still be high on Denver. There's a lot of drama going on in Las Vegas. I think people could think the game could go Denver's way. But I think Vegas is still a great team. I'm still going to pick them every single week just because I like them so much for no reason. So yeah, let's lock Vegas. Damathon?
I'm gonna lock the Packers. I mean, that's an easy win for the Packers. Rivalry game. Aaron Rodgers has won against Chicago, like their last 4 matchups, maybe. So I'm taking that. That's easy money. And Chicago down running backs. They still don't have a passing game. Easy. So calling that one.
Upset picks. Who are we picking today to upset the world? Well, I have to even look who I am.
Upsets. I mean, I just read
I'm gonna pick the Vikings as my upset today because I did
they're
pick
favored,
them.
So
They are favored?
Yes, you might want to go Carolina.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go against who I picked here.
I don't know how the Vikings are favored, but they're favored.
2.5. Oh my lord!
I got 2 games
It's
in mind, so as long as you guys don't take them, I got them.
And the Browns are favored too.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll pull the trigger.
Oh no.
Patriots upset pick against Dallas.
Dom.
And the odds are a lot closer than you expect, actually. It's kind of stupid, but yeah.
Remember when Colton said they're a Super Bowler? All I'm saying is if they lose the Patriots, I'm calling Colton out next week. If he's even in. He's probably just gonna pull I don't want to join. I'll join for 2 minutes to shout out Josh real quick and I'll be out of here. Peace out, guys. Colton.
I'm still patiently waiting to unlock the segment, Josh versus Colton, and I don't know if that'll ever happen. But
I've already talked to you. It's Josh versus. I'll take everybody on. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you.
Dom's Ant wants to come on and argue about what salad's better. Yeah, I'm on it. Josh versus
chicken Caesar salad, greatest salad to ever exist. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Spring mix or romaine.
Dom, did you already say you're upset? Patriots?
Yeah, he said the Patriots. I'm gonna upset. I'm gonna have the Lions as an upset because this feels like a very big trap game for the Bengals.
It definitely is.
Every team that plays the Lions this season, I think it is a trap game only because the Lions are one of the more competitive teams in the league, but just luck is not on their side and officiating, but luck is not on their side at all.
That's very true.
My upset's going to go ahead and be the Washington football team. They're at home against Kansas City. They're 6.5-point underdogs in that game.
Just saying, the odds in that game are a lot more stacked up against Washington than Dallas and New England. Just saying. So
you're saying
the odds against Washington?
Yeah.
The Patriots game is apparently a lot closer. I don't know
how. The
how.
Patriots game is closer. Okay.
I don't know how, Josh.
According to ESPN, it's 3.5, and then the Washington one is 6.5.
Yeah, that's a big difference. I don't know why. I really don't understand.
Washington's pulling out the dub today. And you know how close I was to picking him in our picks, by the way? Like, Jacob literally had to walk me off the edge of trying to pick Washington against Kansas City. He was literally telling me, Josh, it is literally Patrick Mahomes. You're not picking against him, and it's Washington. You're not. He said, I won't let you.
How does Kansas City go 2-4? You know, that's insane.
I don't think they can be that far down. I seriously can't think that.
I don't think Andy Reid will let it happen. I'm going to be honest. Surely he's got a good game plan against Washington and carries them out. But hey, upset. Let's go Washington.
Let's go final thoughts, guys. What are your final thoughts going into week number 6 this week?
Well, we got to fill 12 minutes, so everybody have 4 minutes, and we'll be out of here.
Or unless we want to end early. I mean, it's all up to you. But my final thoughts, Jets suck. They have heartbreak. I am just going to be a fan of the NFL. I'll grab the Rob Lowe hat with Dom, and we're just going to wear our hats loud and proud.
Well, they're on a bye week, and you're still trashing your team?
They're going to lose this week, okay? It's the Jets we're talking about.
They're going to lose this week. I don't know. I don't know what my final thoughts are. There's a lot of good games this week. I think if you're gonna bet, if you haven't bet in a while and you're thinking about betting again, this is the week to get in on.
But if you do have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yes.
There you go. Yep.
I don't know. I'm 2-3 in fantasy right now in both of the leagues. I got nothing going on there. The bets are losing. I got to gain some traction somewhere. So hopefully I'm looking towards this week to do so. Josh?
Yeah, my final thoughts. I'm 5-0 in fantasy. I play Kaysen in our league this week. I'm not excited because Russell Wilson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and somebody else is out. I'm projected to lose by 15.
I blew him out. I put up only 234 on Kaysen last week. So
yeah, I bet your team was healthy. So don't want to hear it. Anyways, Cordero Patterson's got a bye week for me, so that's just not helping me.
Score Daryl Patterson.
I'm just expecting him to put up 40 every week now. So yeah. But yeah, I think Cardinals, I feel like I wore this jersey knowing that they wouldn't be undefeated after today. I want to still stick with that. But if they are undefeated after today, I'm wearing this jersey next week. I'm wearing this jersey until they're not undefeated. Okay? They're going to go 6-17.
So you're not wearing it after 7 o'clock today?
That's false. They're going to beat the Browns. They're going to beat the brakes off the Browns, actually. Because Kyler Murray's versus Baker.
Oh yeah, it's like 4-0, right? Because they played like 6 times.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure.
They played 12 times since Kyler's been drafted.
Well, yeah, like 11 of those are scrimmages, but they still count. So like he still beat him. But no, Kyler's got the
Madden games.
1-0 record over him, so Kyler's going to keep that undefeated against Baker. Do you guys know how exciting that is, by the way? I know you guys don't watch college football, but to have two – I hate to go off real quick. To have two college quarterbacks be, I would say, great in the NFL at the same time. That doesn't happen. I can't say that for Jalen Hurts. I wish I could say we had 3. We're not going to have 4 because Spencer Rattler is not doing good. Put in his backup and he's carrying us.
I think Baker's like average.
You think he's average? You think Kyler Murray's above average, Doug?
Yes, absolutely. Right now, 100%.
Absolutely.
Until, December rolls around and Kyler Murray has to be in the Mandalorian. I mean, it's pretty good during the other couple months of the year.
Can we watch Miami on like the 1 yard line right now? What is happening?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, I accidentally clicked off the thing. I clicked off
You're
the
on
thing.
the 1?
Oh my God.
No,
I am.
I think they're backed up on their own. No, they're
Will's
backed
the
up on
most
their own.
professional
3.
person, and he's not prepared. Are you kidding me?
This is a safety watch right here.
Will, safety watch.
I want to see a safety real bad.
Will, safety watch.
Well, I currently have a commercial right now.
It's 2-minute warning.
Dom's calling it. Safety.
We have to watch this safety. This has to be a safety.
Dom, give us play-by-play.
Miami is currently on. I'm not even sure what happened because they were on the 20. So I don't understand.
I think got a 19-yard penalty.
Yeah, but the first line marker is also like on the 13. So I guess maybe it was the kick, and I don't know, whatever.
Something happened.
Oh, we have a.
Go ahead.
A shotgun pass. No,
I'm stuck in commercials. I'm not even sure if I'm watching the same game here.
I don't know. I'm not even sure. I'm reading this on fantasy.
Will's got the noon games pulled up watching commercials.
I'm reading this on Fantasy's Gamecast, and it's not fun. So that's my issue at the moment.
Oh, well, that's fun. I'll go to actual ESPN and see if I can get a better thing than you guys real quick.
Play by play. Here we go. Look at this.
3rd and 6 at Miami 7.
Yeah, they gained a couple yards.
Oh, now it says Miami 3. What's going on?
I don't even know what's going on. I'm trying to figure this all out.
Well,
just pull up the game, Will.
Am I through with all the ads right now?
Safety watch.
Oh, I gotta
can you put up a lower third that says safety watch, please, for Dom?
I gotta
safety watch
tab audio. Hold on.
Question mark. Please.
Sponsored by Liberty Mutual. Here's a Ferris wheel.
He's typing it. That's the London Eye, by the way. That's not just a Ferris wheel. Okay.
Sorry.
That is the.
Why
do they call it an eye? No, sir. There it is. We got it. By the way, James Long is short, guys.
NFL football on CBS.
All right. Tua left-handed quarterback.
Tua's getting sacked.
Nah, he's getting at least 3 yards.
Nah. You got Gesicki on the bottom there.
Watch this run. 3 yards. Yep. Call me Tony Romo.
Falling on inside with the little stop by that defense and hit by Dakota Allen on a game.
You know what though? This is a good time to target Mike Gesicki. Will.
You should tell that to Jason.
Well,
Jason's
uses
obsessed with
the
him.
first of their 3 timeouts. I'm wondering why they waited a few
Bob,
seconds.
don't watch your ahead of time
11
thing.
seconds went off that.
I'm not.
Went off that.
Look at Herb. Is that?
The draw play. So
yeah, that's
how
him.
much of a distraction has
I'm not
going
crazy.
last couple weeks?
Yep,
Would you
that's
say,
him.
as we just saw the
I was scared to say his name for some reason.
Here we go.
Well, I think it's
3rd and 6. What
This is when you target Mike Gesicki. Come on.
Instead of just focusing
well,
on
Mike
football
Gesicki's
and
going
on
to
the
just take a
football
little
field,
like
now all of a sudden you're
end.
having to,
Well, he's not going to go end route, but he's going to go out route probably. Go 5 yards up the field.
I think
I bet
Oh,
it's
there he
still
is on the outside. He's in the bottom of the screen.
He's not getting the first though.
No, that's not him. Oh no, there he is. He's in motion.
Motion right
Gesicki's in
side.
motion. They are bringing forward.
Oh, he's open. Out
Throw.
route.
The quick release, the Gesicki, and he's out of bounds at about the 12. Read well
Look at
by
that.
Rudy
Tony
Ford,
Romo.
former Eagle, who is
Come on,
there.
go for it. Go
They
for it.
pick up 5 on
I don't think they
3rd
go
and
for it.
6.
I
It's
don't think they
4th
go
and
for
about
it.
a yard. Let's see where they actually spot it.
But you know who's returning this, Will?
Some time.
Your guy.
Yeah.
And Miami will have about
That's your man.
4th and
Who's
1.
returning it, Will? Go ahead and say his name.
that
Shout him
actually
out.
worked
Yeah, Jamal
to
Agnew,
Jacksonville's
Yeah.
favor.
GOAT returner.
He
The
reached
fact
for
that he
that,
went out
dude.
of bounds and stopped the
I'm
clock.
sure he
They
didn't get
have
it.
to use
I think we need a
one of
review.
their
No.
remaining
Short.
timeouts.
Dang it. It's a fake punt. Fake punt.
He
Watch out.
didn't play
Put fake
last
punt up.
season
Watch.
because
Fake
of a
punt.
knee
Watch,
injury.
please.
4
There he
years
is.
with the
Beware.
Panthers is about ready to loft this
I would
over
be
to
surprised if
Joe
it's a block.
Agnew.
There's a tutty. Tutty.
And and gets it high. They've already signaled for the fair catch.
God
And in
damn,
Miami
who's that
territory,
punter?
number 49, Agnew will get the punt, and 143.
Damn.
I think that's where we should end off the show. Do you guys want to talk about your guys' show?
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. Talk show, you should be coming out with an episode. Hopefully, we had a bye week somehow for like 3 weeks.
I always feel like you say like, oh hey, we're gonna be live, we're gonna be this, we're gonna be that.
Well, now with Jacob's party animal situation he's got going on,
we're gonna have a intervention with him.
We need an intervention, yeah. But talk show, you should be going live tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll probably be tomorrow, to be honest with you, to see how Jacob is. But huge things happen in college football, especially since we missed a couple weeks. We got a lot of things to talk about. So, number 2, Iowa lost to Purdue.
Purdue just gave number 2 to Iowa.
That's a bad loss, Will. But yeah, and to the house going live next Wednesday, 5 p.m. normal times. Keep it rolling.
5 p.m. Central. That's not normal.
Oh yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern. That's normal time.
Yep.
So if I was in England, what time would that be, Josh?
3 p.m.
Pacific. In England.
England, that's like 9 p.m. the day before. I think it's the day after. Damn it. I think it's 7 a.m. the next day. Am I right? Are you looking it up for me?
No, they come first. So
I'll say it in the Instagram post if you give me a time, Will, right now.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
What, 9? No. What was it? If it'd be 6, it'd be like 10:30, 11.
A.M.?
P.M.
How do you figure?
Yeah, they go first, Josh.
It's 5 hours ahead, so it'd be 11.
You're telling me it's only 5 hours ahead of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Stay on real quick. Stand by.
Stay on real quick.
Josh
Listen.
London's like across the world.
Okay, so
It's
for
really
those
weird
that
there.
don't know, Josh lives in Oklahoma, and they're bottom 5 in education, so they didn't really teach him. They didn't teach him time zones. They just said Oklahoma is the only state that exists. There's no people outside of Oklahoma. Like, it's just one big Oklahoma is the U.S. That's all that it is.
So real quick, Will, you were wrong. They are 6 hours ahead, 5 hours ahead of you. So just get the time zones right, and we'll be solid.
Here we go. Here we go.
5 hours. He was right about that.
No, 6 hours. They're 6 hours ahead. He's wrong.
Yeah, for you. Okay, I don't live in a stupid central time zone.
I don't live in a cooking.
In a what?
Or
In a
pan
what?
Or whatever it is.
Tell me to.
At least you know, New Jersey has a little thing on the bottom. At least I can know what's going on down there. You don't even know what's happening in your panhandle of your state.
When you guys come down, we'll go travel to the Panhandle and see what's up. We'll probably run that. No problem.
We can run from one side of the panhandle to the other.
We probably could. It's probably like a 20-minute drive, I bet, to be honest.
Probably.
You go from we can just keep driving from Texas to
well, I want to go to the town there. It's called Texhoma. I want to go there because I think that's probably the coolest town name of all time. But ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
Well, finish your thought here. Finish your thought. As we'll get safety.
It's not the coolest. It's not the coolest town name. We've got Chakota. That's a really cool one. There's Lotta Wada Road. It floods a lot.
A lot of water.
Stop. No way.
There is a lot of water road.
A lot of water.
Pretty sure it's nearby, like less than an hour away from us. So yeah, a lot of water road. That's all. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next week, 10 Eastern, 9 Central a.m. next Sunday for NFL Sunday pregame. Thank you guys.